LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga does not have enough DLC. A super hot take, I know. It occurs to me that some might not know what DLC or LEGO Star Wars is, so let me explain. LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga is a video game that released this spring in April 2022. And it is an absolutely massive game. In the base game, you can unlock and play as 384 characters from the 9 Skywalker Saga movies. That is a lot of characters. But even still, because Star Wars is so massive, there would be fan-favorite characters that wouldn't fit into the base 9-movie game roster. Don't worry, Rothgar Deng is in the base game. So, when the Skywalker Saga came out, it was announced that downloadable character packs would be dropping alongside it to fill in some of the gaps. These character packs were successful. To a point. 7 packs were released, being The Mandalorian Season 1, Solo, A Star Wars Story, Classic Characters, Rogue One, The Mandalorian Season 2, The Bad Batch, and Imperial Troopers. This is an okay lineup, but unfortunately there are some major drawbacks. The obvious choices are definitely Mando, Rogue One, and Solo. For one, Rogue One and Solo were both theatrically released films, and The Mandalorian has kind of redeemed Star Wars in the collective consciousness, so they absolutely deserve to be here. The Classic Pack, featuring characters based on the early LEGO Star Wars minifigures, is a fun commodity, but Bad Batch and Troopers feel like the odd ones out. Don't get me wrong, I love The Bad Batch, it's a great show, but I feel they only made it into the DLC wave because they're the most recent, and there are many more characters who should have made it in before the batch. The Troopers pack is just stupid. So I'm here today to propose a new wave of 7 DLC packs to fill in the gaps that the first wave left. There were 7 packs last time, so that's how many I'll make here. And the average pack included 6 to 7 characters, so those are also the numbers I'll be working with. And just for fun, I went through the trouble of color-coding the characters to which category in the selection menu I feel they should be in. You may disagree with my choices, but I don't care, I'm the one making the video. The 2 biggest omissions from Wave 1 have to be addressed first, and the first of these is obviously Star Wars The Clone Wars. It is the first animated Star Wars show, beloved by fans, and introduced characters that, in some cases, are even more popular than the ones in the movies. Of all of the proposed packs, this is the one that should have been in the first wave. So who would be in it? Ahsoka and Captain Rex. They're the breakout characters, they're shoo-in. For the others, Ventress and Cad Bane were similarly very popular, and they fulfill the dark side and bounty hunter slots well. The final 2 are less clear. Clone Wars is an anthology show with so many characters, it's hard to choose. Realistically, Clone Wars variants of Anakin and Obi-Wan would probably be included, but in my heart, I wish for Hondo Ohnaka and Pre Vizsla, both incredibly important and very unique. Throw in Maul for fun. And that is my set. The second biggest omission was Star Wars Rebels, the first Star Wars property under the Disney banner, and also incredibly popular. And in some ways, I love it more than the Clone Wars. So that's next. Who's in this pack? Who do you think? The Ghost Crew. Duh. Ezra, Kanan, Hera, Sabine, Zeb, and Chopper. The Ghost Crew is the set. Either you get them all, or none at all. It would be perfect, because the Ghost is already in the game. Why is it in the game without the crew? That never made sense to me. And just for some wishful thinking, I want to add Grand Admiral Thrawn. Not only does it add a villain a la Director Krennic, but it also gets some, very small, Legends representation into the game. Next, to make sure we are caught up on current events, I would say the Book of Boba Fett and Obi-Wan Kenobi would be included. They are the newest Disney Plus shows, and regardless of your opinions on them, they're both very controversial for some reason. I like them, and they're gonna get in here somehow. The Book of Boba Fett is a bit tricky, because the 2 main characters were already included in the Mandalorian Season 2 character pack, being Boba and Fennec, but there's still enough characters to fill up spots. We could include Boba in his Tusken robes, Black Chrysanthemum, Drash, who's the cyborg moped girl, the older version of Cad Bane, I don't care that I'm proposing two different Cad Banes. It's Cad Bane. Cobb Vanth, my beloved, and heck, why not? The Twi'lek Majordomo. He was funny. Kenobi is much easier. Have Tatooine Obi-Wan, Reva, the Grand Inquisitor so he's not left out from the rest of the Rebels group, Little Leia with a little Lola, Tala, and Ned B. Perfect. Now for the less obvious options. We still have 3 spots left to fill, and every important current production has been touched. I am purposely leaving Andor and Bad Batch Season 2 out of this, because we don't know enough about them to say who the main characters are. Remember, we had no idea Leia was in Kenobi prior to Episode 1, so I don't want to have a glaring omission in retrospect like that. These packs are the padding, but that doesn't make them less cool. So my next proposed pack is for Jedi Fallen Order. It's a Disney property with fan-favorite characters. I'm not sure if studio licensing would appreciate the cross-contamination, but let's pretend they did. The characters I propose are Cal Kestis with BD-1, the Second Sister, Ser Junda, Grease Stridus, Marin my beloved, and Terran Malicos. These 6, technically 7 characters are the backbone of Fallen Order, and each would fit right in with the rest of the game. This also functions as an excellent buffer for these characters to begin to interact with the rest of the larger galaxy. Wave 1 included a pack for troopers, but specifically Imperial troopers. It was dumb, but let's say Wave 2 did the same, only this time for clone troopers. Skywalker Saga is sorely lacking in clone trooper rep, and this would be a great place to fix that. I will add that these won't be named troopers, just different legions and specializations like the Imperial version. I propose the 212th troopers to match Cody, Wolfpack because they're cool, 327th being the only major in-movie battalion not in the game, Bark Troopers, ARF Troopers, and ARC Troopers. No matter what, ARC Troopers have to be here, because gosh dang it, they're cool. The last pack is actually one that I would be really excited to see. I think it would be cool to have some original LEGO representation, similar to the classic character pack, but with wholly LEGO original characters. A pack from the Freemaker Adventures. If you haven't seen this show, it's a fun time. One of the Freemaker characters is even in the game already, Roger the Droid. The rest of his family needs to join him. So the pack would be Rowan, Xander, and Cordy Freemaker, along with Nare the Darkside Hunter, MOC the Droid, and Grabala the Hutt my beloved. As an idea, it's a bit out there, but I would love to see it happen. And so, those are my ideas for a second wave of Skywalker Saga DLC, being the Clone Wars, Rebels, the Book of Boba Fett, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Jedi Fallen Order, Clone Troopers, and the Freemaker Adventures. Who knows if we'll ever actually get new stuff, but fingers are crossed. Let me know what you think. If you totally agree, disagree, or have ideas for other packs, like a Legends pack, maybe, please let me know down below. There's certainly enough of Star Wars to warrant a second video like this. So if you'd like to see more, please like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, later. Don't worry, Resistance. I still love you.